Yes, sir. We are live. Amazing. I'm back. That is so amazing. Happy to be back. It's been a while. What's going on, guys? All right, let's get into it because we're already 15 minutes behind. All right, let's get into it. Hey guys, happy Sunday. Hope your Sunday is swell. Oh my goodness. We're so deep in the night. I actually forgot that today is actually Monday and not Sunday. I meant to put this broadcast for yesterday, but I had some things that I needed to take care of. So fortunately I couldn't set up this particular broadcast to be displayed yesterday, but we're here today, even though we're 15 minutes behind. Better sooner than never. So, as you guys know, well, first of all, let me introduce myself. I am the conservative. For those of you that are just tuning into my channel for the first time, I am the conservative. I speak on current affairs that are happening in the country and in the world that basically pertains to this country. So I am the guy that will speak on topics um, pertaining to this country that would make a significant impact on the positives and the negatives that are occurring within this country. So I am the guy to speak on it. I am the guy that will have discussions about it and have discussions along with the audience because it's very important to pinpoint the very things that are decaying our country, and if we can, as a group within society, if we can make the change in order to make our country great. So that is what I'm here for. I am doing just fine, little Lajan. What are you saying? So it looks like you're saying, "Don't be scared, you two internet." All right. I don't know what that means, but okay. Little Lajan, I'm glad that you are tuning into my show. So, just um a few things that we need I mean that I need to put out there before we get into this show, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. Sorry guys. Little behind, but the first thing is I need you to hit the like button if you're tuning into the show. All right. Very, very, very important that you hit the like button if you're tuning into the show because it helps with the algorithm and it allows YouTube to then go out and promote the show. So the more engagement that we get on this broadcast, the more the show will be the more that YouTube would want to promote the show. Also, leave a comment. pretty much for the very same reason that I that I gave you for hitting the like button. Helps with the algorithm. Also, like the live stream, and I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to let me get rid of this. To also join. Give me 1 second. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Here we are. Also, you guys can join the show. All right. The link is at the bottom, and I also will leave the link in the comments section. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now. Oh, looks like Lil Asian. I want to chat. Why say all that? Okay. If you want to chat, you are more than happy to do so. More than happy. All right. What would you like to speak about, sir? Whatever it is that you like to speak about, you can leave a chat. However, whatever. Okay. What about me? Okay, so Lil Lajan, um, we will. I mean, you can chat with me, but what? Oh, here it is. Why you say all that about that young man dying in North Philly? Well, sir, what did I say? Tell me what it is that I said about the young man that died in North Philadelphia. I don't know what it is that you're speaking of. Um, I did leave a comment. I mean, I did leave a comment pertaining to that situation, but I don't know what it is that you're speaking of. So you have to be a little bit more specific. So late. Let's see. Humanity lost nothing, right? Well, okay. Let's do this. So, Lil Agent, how about this? All right, I will allow you to. So, I mean, since you want to speak about that situation, you know what? I'll give it about a few minutes. We can speak about the situation for about 5 minutes before I get into uh the topic that I I was supposed to speak about tonight. But I'll give you about five. We can chat about this for about 5 minutes. So maybe what you were speaking about was um the mass shooting that occurred last Friday in North Philadelphia, where where four what was it where four blacks were shot in North Philadelphia. Uh, Two of them were wounded, two of them were killed, and obviously this was done by the blacks. All right, because I know how you people like to speak about about white people or about white police officers hunting down and killing blacks, and we all know that that is far from the truth. Truth be told, the only people that are killing you blacks in Philadelphia are you blacks, and that is it. All right. These people were shot 50 times, and and then everybody was, are trying to make it look as if
the people that were shot were innocent. Now, granted, unfortunate situation, all right? I'm not condoning the fact that these people uh should have been shot and killed. All right. For the two people that were shot and killed, of course, it's always unfortunate. But again, all right, highly unlikely that two people would randomly be shot 50 times unless they were a target. All right. Nobody walks up to anyone and just rain 50 shots on a person. So let's see what you're saying right here. Google map the street. It's two roads on either side of that basketball court. What if they were caught in the middle? Well, how about this? Why are blacks shooting each other in the first place? Why don't can you answer that for me, Lil Ajan? Why are blacks shooting each other in the first place? All right. And it says, sounds like you was condoning it. No, but I'm not gonna say the same nonsense that all of you people tend to say whenever this occurs. It's funny how whenever black on black homicides occur, you people love to kind of sweep that situation under the rug. Um, you want to what's the word that I'm looking for? Um, it's almost as if you blacks are okay with with normalizing blacks killing other blacks, and there's nothing normal about that at all. Not at all. I'm sure the term will come to mind. They weren't. Oh, let me see. Okay, they weren't shot 50 times. The people shot 50 times. Okay. Well, okay. Well. Let me correct myself. They were shot at 50 times. So again, no no random person is just going to randomly shoot um at 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 two people for absolutely nothing. All right. And these victims that the media are trying to paint as victims, I don't think they're as innocent as everybody wants to make them be. Because for these people to be shot 50 times, that means that they were targeted. All right. Why do you have no compassion? I mean, I have compassion, but I'm also honest as well. You see, I actually love the blacks. All right. Contrary to the way that people may feel based on the way that I run my channel, it may seem as if I'm absolutely speaking against the blacks, but I actually love the blacks. I love you people enough to tell you the truth. And here's the truth, all right? Black people are not suffering from racism and white supremacy and systemic racism. No, 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 sir. Blacks are not suffering from any of those things because those things do not exist. All right. But but to put in further context, blacks are not suffering from racism and white supremacy and systemic racism. Blacks are suffering from lack of morality and character among the community. Look at the very things that you people tend to support. All right. You people support violence, especially among each other. You people support immoral behavior. Black women, you people support black women behaving like sluts. You people glorify drugs, sex, violence, you people will be the first ones to want to burn down your community when it's perceived that a white person has 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 committed some type of injustice towards a black. The Black Lives Matter supporters come out, you people will go out and start attacking other non-blacks. You people will burn down your own businesses, burn down personal property, and then when you burn down the businesses decide to pack up and leave, and then you people call them racist or you call them sellouts for doing so. It is your behavior, which is a part of black culture, that is counterproductive in your society, and it's that type of behavior is the reason why you blacks are failing. All of you people, what all of you people, what do you know about me? Well, Lil Ajan, it seems as if you support this type of behavior. All right. I don't have to know you personally. All I need to know is all the only thing that I need to know is the simple fact that you support the very rotting culture that is a part of black culture, especially the blacks in Philadelphia. What is the homicide rate right now? It's currently at 300 and plus. 300 people were killed, not by accident, by on purpose. And more than 89% of those victims are black. Little agent, whether you want to believe it or not, all right? White folks aren't killing you. You talk about more than 89% of those black victims, 89% of those homicide victims are black. The vast majority of the perpetrators that were responsible for them being killed, all right, which is toting around 70%, are black. And it should be higher. But the problem is, you Black Lives Matter supporters who claim that you support the blacks and that you love other black people seem to turn a blind eye when a black person kills another black person. You see, you people don't make a lot of noise about that because, again, it's just the blacks being the blacks. All right. Um, you guys have allowed yourselves to decompress the idea that or yes, to decompress the idea that it's okay for blacks to kill other blacks. And here he goes again. Don't act like your shit don't stink. You the same color as us. Right, but I'm not into this whole I'm not into the black thing. All right. I'm not into my blackness. You see, the difference between me and you blacks is the fact that I care more about doing right and being right rather than being black. You people care about being black. You people can care less about doing right. You don't care about being right. The only thing you care about is being black. All right. Listen, no, what you can do though, what you can do, little agent, is that you can click on the link and let's have a conversation about it. All right. You can click on the link. It's okay. You can click on the link and then we can have a conversation about it. In the meantime, I'm just gonna pass the time and then read on all of the other comments that you were posting, which I don't have a problem of. This is amazing. This is amazing. I appreciate you for joining the show, little lady. And let's have this conversation because you blacks are truly in denial. Who said any of that? It was four people in the fire. Why the assumption? It was four people in the fire. Let's look at what this guy is saying. It was 4 people in the fire. Why with the assumptions? Why not leave your condolences? How often have you people been how often have you blacks been leaving your condolences? It seems like that's the only thing that you people tend to do. Again, proving my point that all you care about is sweeping this thing under the rug as opposed to coming towards solutions. You see, you yourself, Lil Lejan, has already you have already have decompressed this idea that it's okay for blacks to kill each other. All right. You are part of the problem too, sir. You are part of the problem. If you truly believe that this is okay, that this is just black culture, then you're a part of the problem. All right. Let me ask you this, little Lejan. Were you born by a single mother? All right. If you like to answer that question on a video call, then click on the link and we can speak about it. Or you can leave your answers in the comment section. Let's do this. Oh my goodness. Love this. It was 4 people in the fire. Who said anything about the blacks being in the fire? What are you talking about, Lil Ajan? I think you're so riled up that you don't even understand what you're saying. I mean, they were shot at, and the ones that were shot, I mean the ones that were killed with those shots were shot at 50 times. All right. Um if we were to dig deep into the victim's background, I think a lot of people will see that these people were not as innocent as the media puts them out to be, because the media wanted to make it look as if they were just playing basketball in the basketball court, and a group of people, a group of blacks came in and just started shooting at them 50 times. Please, don't give me that nonsense. They they knew what they were getting themselves involved in, all right? More than likely, the very people that were targeted were involved in street politics, and they happened to get caught up in the street violence, in the street politics, all right? And the mothers know that their children are not as innocent. They know that their sons were thugs, but then the media wants to play it out as if these were innocent black men that were gunned down. No, all right. Their nose was dirty as well. White systemic racism. You make yourself sound dumb. You make these crazy assumptions. How old are you, little Ajan? I would like to know, how old are you, sir, ma'am, or whoever you are. I would really like to know how old are you, because let's see. Let's see what he's saying. Do. See, this is what he's saying. You make yourself sound dumb. You make these crazy assumptions. No, they're not assumptions, sir. It's the truth. Okay, it is the truth. Do you want to know the real truth about the blacks? All right, you you people want to make yourself claim that you are the greatest people on earth, and that you have morals and character. Well, if that's the case, then why are 77% of black babies born out of wedlock? And why are less than 30% of you blacks are married? If you have morals and character, why is it that there are less families and more individuals in the black community, which are then leading to the black on black homicides that are occurring in the city of Philadelphia? All right. Keep in mind, the blacks that are being killed in Philadelphia are being killed on purpose, intentional killings, senseless killings. That means that these killings should have never occurred in the first place. All right. Speak about that, but of course you won't. But don't worry. I know I know you, Lil Jan. You see, I know you. I know Lil Jan. Lil Jan will have his Black Lives Matter shirt, his Juneteenth shirt. He'll have his Black Lives Matter hood shirt on. He'll have his Black Lives Matter mask. He'll have his Black Lives Matter pants, his Black Lives Matter shoes. As a matter of fact, he'll even have the Black Lives Matter flag because in the end, Black pride matters more than morality and character. All right, claiming to be a victim means more than actually being a better person because you blacks believe everybody else and are willing to follow everybody else. The black leaders, the black preachers, the Democratic Party, um, and many others that are telling you that you are victims in this society rather than looking yourself in the mirror and looking at all of the self-inflicting acts that you people put upon yourselves to make your society a rotting one. Hence, this is the reason why nobody wants to deal with the blacks. Hence, this is the reason why the stereotypes that society has put up against the blacks are true because you people make them true. KBM, how are you doing, sir? Amazing. Appreciate you for joining the show. Appreciate you for joining the show. Let's see. Oh, let me go to let me just finish up all of the stuff that he's speaking about. Let's see. Uh, um, Lil Ajan. Fortunately, I don't really do private chats. I mean, if you want to speak, you can speak in front of the audience and just and trust me, nobody will judge you. All right, nobody will judge you at all. All right. If you want to have a conversation about this, we can have a conversation. I mean, again, we're kind of going off topic, but I don't mind having a conversation just so that we can straighten these things out because again, maybe this is something that wasn't spoken to you. Maybe nobody told you that the very issues that are occurring in the black community are self-inflicted by the blacks, by you people. All right. And obviously it goes beyond just some acts. I mean, this is obviously a systemic issue among black people. Now, he said, when did I say white people are killing us? I didn't say that you said it, but that seems to be the message that is being put out by the blacks. All right? A lot of you blacks assume that white people are the ones that are killing you, even though even though statistically blacks blacks kill twice as many whites as whites kill blacks. Right? Blacks basically lead statistically lead in every single homicide committed among themselves and other races. That's the truth. Okay. I mean, that is the honest truth. And I think the blacks understand that. Like you people understand what's going on within your community. You would just rather be in denial and not speak on it, and rather speak on your feelings. And you would rather want to speak on your anecdotal ideology that for some reason the system is after you, when the truth of the matter is you people are the ones that are holding yourselves back.
by A, believing other people that are telling you that you are victims, and therefore you having this victimization mentality to where you blame every single one of your failures on everybody else but yourselves. Okay. Um, and that's the reason why a lot of you people are failing. This is the reason why blacks, this is the reason why you can say all of the, I mean, you can say, you can speak about all of the positive affirmations about stop the violence, increase the peace. Black people, we need to do better. Prayers up, prayers up. We're praying for the families. Listen, you can pray all you want. Prayer without work is dead. You pray all you want, but in the end, if you people are not willing to make the change upon yourselves, if you people are not willing to let go of the very thing that will always hold you down, which is your anger and your ignorance, then you blacks will never recover. All right. I think the worst thing that ever happened to the blacks was having the Civil Rights Act signed into law, because that's when blacks lost their way. Now they fall on the government and all of these other people to then do the very, very job that they should be doing themselves. So, Lil Legend, if you're still there, I mean, I'll be glad. I'll be more than gladly to speak to you. The link is. Well, hold on. Let's see. Let me post the link again. Here it is. Post the link right there. See that, Lil Legend? If you're still there, you can click on the link and we can talk. Okay. But I want you to tune into this. I want you to actually call into the show. All right, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation because I am always willing to have a conversation. And shout out to KBM too for clicking in as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Um but um wow, we actually spent some time on that. But the main thing that I wanted to speak on is the media creating a race war. The reason why the reason why I wanted to speak about the media creating a race war is for the simple reason that because of the incident that happened a week ago in the Montgomery boating brawl, where a group of unruly, um, disruptive, uh, looked. I mean, they seem to be um, inebriated white Americans decided to attack a security officer who happened to be black, and everybody wants to make that look as if the blacks and the whites are engaging in a race war. So, Loli Jan, give me 1 second, all right? If you can just hold on for a few minutes, I just wanna be able to show this example, and then we will move on. And then if you want to call in, call into the show, all right? I will allow you to actually have a conversation about the mass shooting that occurred at the Philadelphia uh, basketball court. All right. So you can speak about your grievance that you have uh, on my basis about. Let's hold on. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Here we are. Here we are. Okay.
You can
We
hear me?
yes sir. So we have Lil Lee Jan. Am I pronouncing that? Am I
Slijan.
pronouncing it right?
Slijan, sir. Slijan, yeah.
Lil John.
You just
Okay.
call me L. Just call me L.
Okay, L. Okay. Are you from Philadelphia, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What part of Philadelphia are you from?
North.
North Philadelphia. Now, did you happen to live near the area where this occurred?
Nah, I moved out of Philly a while ago.
Oh, you moved out of Philadelphia. Okay. So where do you currently reside?
I live in Jersey now.
Oh, okay. And why did you move out of North Philadelphia?
See, look, this complicated. All right, because I was taking care of my old head, and he passed on.
Oh,
Feel me?
oh, I'm sorry, sorry. And when you say old head, what do you mean? What do you mean by old head? What is an old head?
That was my father. That was like he
Okay,
was
your
my
father.
father. He was my second dad. Yeah,
Okay,
I was taking care of him. He passed away,
okay,
and I decided I had to move on. You feel me? Couldn't couldn't stay around there no more.
okay. And did your father what was I mean did your father die of natural causes or was he killed?
Yeah, it was natural.
Okay, 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 okay.
It's,
Amazing.
go ahead, go
Okay.
ahead.
No, okay. So what type of disagreement do you have?
I just have a disagreement because it's some. If you go back through them comment sections, man, it's some disrespectful stuff that you said in there that you agreed with. Like
Okay.
person saying it was no loss, and you went up under there and you said something, and then you said something to me. Like, have you ever been around people when they shooting? Like, do you know what that experience is like?
No, and I hope I never ever have to
Oh, okay.
experience that.
So the
Mhm.
reality of it is when people are shooting, because that block, I know that block. That block got
Okay,
two, it's got two one ways, one going down south and one going more north. It's a basketball court in between them.
okay,
So with the little information that you given, they could have just been playing ball, bro. You got no idea what happened. They could have seen a buddy across the street and they could have shot him. Yeah, roll your eyes, bro. That's the truth, bro. That's how it go down, bro. You
and
can't just put. Oh, go ahead.
and so what are the odds that that a person randomly comes within the vicinity of those people and would start firing 50 times
They got no
at those
aim.
specific people.
They got no aim. Sometimes it's groups of people on blocks that have arguments or disagreements or issues with other people from other blocks. So if they see one person, they don't care who's around. That's why you heard there was them kids out there. They don't care. These young bulls these days, they don't got no respect. So when you say you people, bro, me and you are the same color. We brothers, bro. So when you say you people, bro, that's like
Well,
you can't remove yourself from that, bro. You
right,
black, bro.
right,
I rock with you and all that for whatever you doing, being yourself. That's cool, shorty. But like, come on, bro.
sir, okay. So two things. Well, I mean, we're not related. So I don't know why
We
you
are
overly
related,
reference.
bro. Look at
No,
evolution.
we're
So was there was
wait,
there
but
two people in the start?
we're not related at
We are
all.
distant cousins. We are very distant cousins. Yes, we are. That is
No,
science, bro.
no, we're not distant cousins either. Or
You want to go on Google and look it up?
I can guarantee you that we do not have the same family tree. I can promise you that.
It ties
But
all the way back. When you go back thousands and thousands of years, it ties all the way back. Me and you, we are of the same blood. We are of the same people. We are all of the same tribe. So when you say you people, it's like you're excluding yourself from people, everybody, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it don't matter. And the fact that you
amazing.
have such little evidence, but y'all be in that comment section, I see this so many times, man. When I go on and I see somebody get murdered, people be up in the comment section joking and laughing, and it's like, come on, bro, this is death, bro.
Nobody is joking about the loss of life. But the problem with you blacks is that you people tend to say the same thing time and time again every single time the black on black homicides occur, which is prayers up, um, um, prayers up. Black people, we need to do better. Stop the violence, increase the peace. Stop the violence, increase the peace. You people have been saying this now for almost 90 years. You do realize that,
And
right?
where were we? Where were we 90 years ago?
Or maybe
Hold
wait,
up.
hold
Where
on.
were we 90 years ago?
Well,
Answer that.
sir, hold on, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Or maybe you don't realize that there was a time where black people were the model citizens of this very country that 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 we live in, and the reason being is because blacks used to have a strong belief in family, in God, and they were patriots of this very country.
And who's to
That
say that's not Young Bull's mother? Who's to say his mother didn't raise him that way? You don't even know if his father is in his life. You just assuming that his father not in his life. You
well,
assuming that he a thug, bro.
and so the people who killed, I mean the people who went in and shot these other people 50 times. Um, you're not going to say, or you don't think for one moment that these people weren't involved in some type of street politics, that in which they were able to then meet their demise.
What if they wasn't? What if I tell you that they wasn't? What if I told you for a fact that I know that they wasn't? What if I told you for a fact that your information is faulty and you spoke out of character? What if I tell
Well,
you that?
do you? I mean, do you happen to know these victims?
Nope.
And so how would you know?
You got me there. I ain't going no further, but all I'm gonna say is no. I don't know them. I'm gonna keep my identity. You feel me?
Right. The thing is that it's not it's abnormal for someone to come in and want to intentionally take your life.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm not
Hold
saying
up.
right, but
But no,
I'm
but
not.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, what if it wasn't even intentionally targeted at them? They just happened to be in the way. Like I said, you got to think about this. It's two one ways, one going south, one going north. If they going south and the Bulls are on the north side, they gotta hop out and cross that basketball court to try and kill somebody. Would they not? If they can't shoot, right? Which we know they can't shoot because they shot 50 times. They gotta hop out and go across the basketball court. That leaves those four young men in that basketball court stranded with no cover. I'm a veteran, bro. There's no cover. You're not getting anywhere. When those bullets really start flying, you're going nowhere. You can't outrun a bullet.
But but again, I don't think you answered my question. Why would I mean why would a group of people, and we know them to be black. Let's just call it for what it really is. Why would a group of blacks come in and just decide to randomly shoot um other blacks?
Like I said, there are blocks. This is the same thing that happened in Chicago, right? You got blocks
But
that
why would
start
they do
gangs.
it?
I'm
But why would
explaining
they
it.
do it?
I'm explaining it. You got blocks that have gangs. Those gangs have issues with each other. When those gangs have
Oh,
issues with each other, they see someone that they don't like, someone that they want dead, and it doesn't matter who's in the way. They're young kids that have had guns in their hands since they was 5 years old. They running around the streets wild. That's what they do. They don't care who you are. They don't care about your name. They just want to see you up on a news station. That's it.
and so the people that were targeted were gang members.
I didn't say that.
That's what you just said.
No, I didn't. I said that there were people across the basketball street
But
that could have been involved. You don't know the
oh,
situation. Anyone could have been involved in this. They could have been gunning for anybody, and they're just in the crossfire. So for you to come on with a lack of information and a lack of evidence and a lack of knowledge and just be saying anything, that's wild. That's shot out.
the thing is, you just mentioned earlier that you don't really know the you don't really know the truth at hand, as of what the actual motive could be.
And so you do.
In the well, the thing is that what I said seem to be more likely if there aren't any other motives. But let me ask once again. The homicide rate in Philadelphia is at 300, or
Yeah, it's crazy.
little over 300 right now, and we're just in the month of August. And so, what excuse now will you blacks come up with as far as blacks wanting to kill up blacks killing other blacks? What excuse will you blacks come up with now?
See, look, here's the thing. You keep judging me. You don't even know me. I voted for Trump, bro. I didn't when they was doing the BLM movements in Philadelphia, I wasn't even there. I didn't participate. I didn't scream defund the police because I knew that was a dumbass idea because I know my history. I know
Okay,
if you defund the police, it rises crime. I know if you take guns away, there will be tyrannical governments that will come by and try to kill you. I understand that.
Absolutely.
I know this. So stop judging me, bro. Don't judge a book by its cover. Some people are smarter than you think just because of the way that they talk. I, I came from there. I came from the hood, bro. That's what I
Well,
came from.
do you think there is any excuse at all for anyone to shoot anybody for no reason for any reason other than self defense?
No, I don't. I don't think there's
Right,
no. I'm a Muslim. I don't believe in that unless it's self defense. That's
right,
that's simple.
right. Okay, so what do you how do you I do agree with you. Taking away the people's guns will um definitely will not be the solution, considering the fact that we have more guns actually out in the streets than we have people in this country. So if you do that, if you make it hard for a law-abiding citizen to gain access to a gun, all you're doing is
Criminals
giving
get
all
them.
the power to the criminals to want to go out and commit crimes, because in the end it's the criminals that are committing gun crimes, not law-abiding citizens. So but okay, but you do agree, but you do agree with me though that blacks so you do agree with me that that blacks are suffering from immorality and lack of character, correct?
I don't believe necessarily that. I think blacks have a lot of character. I think blacks suffer from accountability. I think we as a people we suffer from accountability in our own communities. That's why when you walk around our communities now, they look like shit because we suffer from that lack of accountability for each other. And
Right.
we brothers. You can't look at it like we're not brothers. Like we are all distant cousins. That's just a scientific fact. You can look it
But
up.
look look but L um which is more prevalent, being black or having morals and character?
I think religion is what's the most important because religion teach you how to act as a person. It teach you how to be respectful in person. Because all these people get on the internet and they just be saying too much, and it's like you don't even think before you speak. You just be saying stuff, and it don't make sense because half of y'all ain't never been through nothing in y'all lives to be saying stuff. Half of
But
y'all ain't never been shot at. Like y'all don't know what that's like. Y'all
well
don't know what that poor mother is feeling while she might be. Did this ever come into this ever scrape your conscience? What if one of them mothers is scrolling down them comments and reading all that stuff, and people in there dissing on them, talking about they smoking them in woods and stuff. People don't pay attention to that stuff. Now, go
Well,
ahead,
well,
go
well,
ahead.
well, 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 I mean, she can, she can easily just ignore the comments. You
That's
can't,
true. That's true. But
you
it
can't
still
stop
hurts.
people. Well,
That's compassion. You're not a part of the solution by being, excuse my language, by being a dickhead. You part of the problem. That's where people get it fucked up. You got to be in the middle. You got to give your condolence. This is death, bro. This is serious. This is a tragedy. This shouldn't have happened.
but if we don't start speaking the truth about about why this tragedy occurred, then you're just gonna have another tragedy like this again.
You're right. So
Do
why don't
do
we
do, do
refund the police in Philly? How about that? How about that for a start? How about
well,
we? How about we do that?
Well, it's 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 a little bit more extensive than that. Yes, we do need a stronger police presence, but police presence will only do but so much, because the police, while the police can apprehend, if you have a district attorney that's not willing to prosecute, these people will be right back out on the streets and doing this the very thing over and over and over again.
That's true.
True. But obviously, the big issue that I have, and I don't know if you have was is this was this your first time actually coming across me, or have you ever came across my content?
Nah, this the first time. I was
Okay.
scrolling down, I was seeing a bunch of disrespectful comments, and I
Oh,
was
oh,
just
okay,
like,
okay.
how y'all
You're
making
reading the
assumptions?
comments.
How y'all making assumptions? Y'all don't even know the boy in the first place for y'all to say that he thugging. Second of all, y'all don't know his family life for y'all to say that. All we know is that a father got took away from his daughter, got killed on the street like a dog, and we got five people, five murderers at hand. That's all we know. And if you think for 1 second, you realize this leads to more bloodshed. This doesn't lead to nothing good.
All right, let me read what's in the comments. And KBM was saying that again is no excuse for shooting someone. Yes, we do agree on that. Also, but the guns by these shooters like this are illegal, not legal gun owners. Yes, we do agree on that. You do not need to be shot at ever to know that this is not right.
But you do
Uh,
need to be shot at to
what,
know some sort of experience in life to know what it's like.
KBM does have a point. I don't think there's a single person that needs to be shot to understand the direct impact that a shooting has on a that a shooting has on a person.
All right, let me
Um,
ask you this.
and
If you're a man and you go through no type of altercation in your life, how are you gonna act on the internet? You're gonna have a loud mouth, you're gonna act like nobody can touch you, you're gonna act like you're invincible. But you don't even know if you don't got a VPN, people already track where you at.
well,
And you
the
don't even
thing
know
is,
who's coming for you.
but the
That's the
but
crazy part.
the thing is that, well, okay, and again, see that comment right there is the prime example of why black people are failing. If the blacks are going to react emotionally like a black female based on what
What you
somebody
said about
said,
somebody dead.
then that on its own is abnormal, because it's not normal for blacks, especially black men, to want to react emotionally based on words.
And it's not it's not normal for a black man to sit there and say you people when you're black. You're just as
Well,
black. Like you are literally just as black. Like
right,
there's no difference.
I don't really believe in a
It
lot of
don't matter
in a
what you
lot of
believe
things
in. Look at your
in the
skin
radical
tone,
black
bro.
thought.
That's irreversible. You black, no matter what. No matter what you say, you black.
It, but see, but little but L, I know you're one of, you're one of these people who, who, I know, I know, right from wrong.
You goddamn
Um
right.
right. And so do you think that being black is the end all to everything? I mean, I
No,
clearly
I don't
I know
believe
I
in none of that. I don't
right,
believe in
right.
none of that systematic.
I
I believe
I
we have the same chance in this generation as a black kid growing up in the projects as a white boy in the suburbs or a black boy in the suburbs. Don't matter about your skin tone.
right.
Anybody can
Uh,
be thugging. It's white people. I know white boys that's tatted to hell, but they'll cut you up. Like you can't just stick it to a single race. Like
Well,
that's crazy.
what we have to, when we know that blacks make up 11% of the population in this country, yet they are responsible
13. We
for
have 40
50.
million. We have
Right.
40 million blacks in this country. It was 13. There's about 200 million white people in this country. The white people are just ahead of us in murders, significantly
But
less in terms of size when it comes to population, but they are
what
just above us.
Well. Their comparison in homicides is nothing compared to the blacks. Consider that the blacks make up a small population, yet they're responsible for 50% of the homicides that are committed in this country.
That's what I just said.
And so a population that's that small shouldn't be involved in acts that are counterproductive and counterintuitive to society. This is the reason why this is the reason why people need to tell the truth about the blacks. That 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 it doesn't really matter, what you try to do to try to curb their ego or to try to cater to their ego. You can give them all the Juneteenths. You can give them all the Black History Months.
I ain't even for none of that.
It's not going to make black people better. What's going to make black people better is for them to address the culture, the very toxic culture that they are parading in. And it's going to take a significant group of blacks, the same blacks that support Black Lives Matter when it's perceived that a white person is doing something to a black person. Well, it's going to take the same group of blacks um to then condemn other blacks that are engaging in acts that are counterproductive within their society. Blacks used to do that. All right.
Yeah, and
Uh,
let's take a look. Where were we? Because you brought up 90 years ago. Let's take a look at 90 years ago. Where were we 90 years ago? It
back
was
in
World
night
War
in,
II. It was
in,
damn near World War II. It was damn near 1945, right? Am I
oh,
so far? It was not 1940. 1945 was the end. It was damn near 1940. It was past
wait,
1941.
wait, wait. Give me one
We 20 years off from 2020,
Well,
24.
okay. Actually, that is my mistake. The blacks have been doing this for 59 years,
Okay.
since 1960 since 1964.
And where were we
Or
since
70.
1964? Where were the majority of blacks at in 1964?
Well. The majority of blacks in 1964 were married.
And they
They
were
had
under
they
who?
they they had families.
But
They
where were
they,
those families?
what do you
Where
mean?
were those families? Where were those black families at? I'll tell you where they were at. They were in the projects in the cities. You had a major rush in the early 1920s in Chicago. Blacks flooded from the East Coast all the way to the Midwest. That's why Chicago's predominantly black. Same thing with St. Louis, same thing with Philly. You had all these blacks rush to all these cities trying to escape slavery from down south. Let's really address the issue. So what happened in those impoverished communities? What when
Well,
because the government stepped in at some
well,
point and they decided that it was better for a woman, a black woman, to be on her own and single, and they took it as far as to do house checks to make sure that there were no men in the house staying. Otherwise, their whole thing would be revoked.
right.
So
And and,
so
and,
let's address
and
that.
Well, and so who told who and so do you believe that black people are intelligent people?
Yeah, very. I've seen.
Very.
You know how many black people I know wasted their talent because they were
Right.
stuck in poverty. This ain't it ain't most of the time these young boys don't
Well,
even want to do this. They shoot somebody and they wish they ain't shoot him. They hope he don't die.
well,
They be like,
well, well,
damn, I hit the wrong person.
that's a separate issue. Obviously, though, those blacks that decided to shoot another black person, those blacks were children of Satan because they had anger that was contributed by them being raised and traumatized by their mothers. But let me focus on the projects. And so you claim that black people are intelligent. Who told these intelligent blacks to then partake in a government program that they knew was going to systematically keep them financially oppressed? Who told those blacks to do that?
You got two kids and they about to make you homeless. Where you going? Honest
Well, well,
question.
right. Well,
I'm answering your question with
well,
a question. I want to know
no, or no. Well,
if you
well,
got
I
two
didn't, I didn't, I
kids,
didn't, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you. I asked you a
so it was
direct question, so I
so it
need a
was
direct
rhetorical.
answer. Hmm?
So it's rhetorical. Is that what you're saying?
No, no, no. I wasn't actually a rhetorical question. I was asking you a question, and I was asking you an open ended question. Who told these blacks to engage in something that they knew was not going to benefit not just the family but but the community as a whole? Who
See, you're
told them to
missing a
do that?
whole step. Do you know that a lot of the places that blacks
But
lived
but
in
who but
were
who
completely
but who
wiped out,
who
and
told but
that's
who
why
told
they
them
had to
who told
take
them to
that?
do that?
That's what I'm telling you. Their houses was wiped out, and they had to go live in the projects. That's who told them. The government. The government was making places for factories and places to work. So the blacks naturally got pushed out of the better communities. Naturally, the whites in Chicago pushed. This is history, bro. Look it up. The whites pushed the blacks out of nicer areas because quote unquote their skin was too dark. Look that up, bro. This ain't a one-sided sword, bro. This is a double-edged sword. This two ways. Granted, no one
Wait,
told them to do that.
okay. And so Kabion says most didn't live in the projects. There were not enough to cater to a large population. Yes,
Fact check that.
yes, I agree. Most of these, I mean, most of these blacks, like you know, they work, they had properties. Um, I think the main issue that a lot of black people, um, I think fail to realize is the simple fact that um blacks had independence. They
Yeah.
they 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 had they had their own properties. They were able to work. They were able to provide. But then the government but then they decided to then listen to the very entity that told them that they needed more, that they needed help towards them, and the blacks fell for it. I mean, if you already own your own property and you're able to own your own property through work, then why would you then want to join something that that wouldn't grant you the same benefits that you had when you initially were able to live on your own by being able to provide on your own? I don't believe that this idea that anybody rushed anybody out of anything. These are choices. Just like when a black woman chooses to have a child out of wedlock, who who made her have these children out of wedlock, and then now she has to bear the financial brunt of caring for these children on her own. Who told her to do that?
She told herself to do that. She was an
Right.
adult. So I'm not talking about personal choice. I'm talking about who told the government to step in and push these. You're in a segregated school that teaches limited education. What are you gonna know? Do you even know the foundation of public schools? Like, do you know where it came from? It came from King of Prussia, and they created schools because they needed people who were warriors, who were just down to die for the country because they were losing a lot of battles. That's where public schools came from. Public schools, since the dawn of America, since they've been in America, have been controlled. This is known by everybody. They've been controlled and dominated by the politicians. You're in a segregated school with limited education and limited potential for room to grow. What are you going to know? How far is your education going to take you?
Well, again, do our tax dollars pay for public schools? They do.
And who controls the
But
curriculum?
well, well, obviously the government controls all of that. But the thing is,
So that's what I just said.
you don't, but you don't. But the thing is, if these blacks were so smart, again, why would they then participate in
Your
something that they
intelligence
know is
has nothing to do. Your capacity for knowledge has nothing to do with what you learned in
if
school. It has
but
nothing to
but
do
the,
with school at all. Let's eliminate that right now. You can have a college degree, be a doctorate, and be a fucking idiot. All right, let's
but the,
let's let's remove that now.
but it depends on what it is that It depends on what it is that you have a doctorate in. I mean, if you don't have a doctorate in medicine, then anything else
You
would be
could be a
useless.
doctor and be dumb too. You could be a doctor and be taking people's lives, and you don't even know that you're taking their lives, but you're
And and
doing
s-
it.
and s- and so are you saying that the vast majority of doctors that receive their degrees are dumb?
No, I'm not. I'm
Right.
saying that there are a lot of people
So
with educations that are dumb, that make dumb decisions, that do dumb stuff. A lot of people. There are a lot of people with educations that live below the poverty line. A lot of
and
people.
and again, that was their choice, correct? That that
Poverty. I'm sorry, but poverty. Hold up,
that
hold
was
up,
their
hold up.
choice,
Poverty
sir.
really isn't a choice though. Like if you really get into it,
No,
like all right, the
poverty. No,
decisions behind it which led them there is a
right. Poverty
choice.
is a choice.
But if you gave them a choice, they wouldn't live in poverty. They would live in an apartment and they would live a decent life. Drug addicts, that's another thing. But sober people that are sane and they're there in their head, they don't choose to be in poverty.
So you do believe that there's something called a working poor, because I've heard that before, where people claim that they are poor despite the fact that they are working. And
Yep.
yeah, let me ask, do you believe in a working poor?
There's definitely people that are poor that are working that are
That,
struggling.
okay.
And
And
sometimes it's on their decisions. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just the bills. The bills rack up. Sometimes that's what it is.
well, and so if it was, if times were hard, then then why wouldn't one go out and get 2 jobs or 3 jobs, or even 4 jobs? If
Let me
if
ask
if
you this: is that
if you're able to support your, if you're, I mean, if you're able to work, and you live within your means, and you don't do things that will be financially detrimental to your life, why can't you then be able to work hard enough to be able to live the American dream like everyone else? The American dream is not shunned by anyone.
right?
Name another country that gives everybody
There's no other country.
that that's willing to work the opportunity to have a decent life.
There's no other country. There's no
Right.
country with the capacity of freedom of speech laws that we have. The First Amendment. There's no other country with the capacity of Second Amendment laws that we have. There's no
And
other country that will give women the right to vote like the 19th Amendment. Well, there's few, but not
right.
too many. So
Okay. Right. And so again, if a person is working and they are poor, then they need to evaluate why they are working and being poor. Maybe they're not working in a sector that is high in demand. So
okay, so the
maybe
statistics right now.
what they need to do then is, maybe they're either going to have to do one or two things. They're either going to have to advance their position, or they're going to have to get more education towards a position that is then high in demand, so that their salary can then meet the demands of their lifestyle.
Okay, but
Would you agree with that?
I can agree to an extent because
And
it's really not within the confines of reality.
no, no,
If you know the
it is
statistics,
that is reality, sir.
no, it's
That is
not.
definitely reality.
The statistics are 98% of Americans could not produce $2,500 in the next 48 hours. 98%, right? The
Okay,
statistics are in
and
Dallas,
who's
Texas, you need 4 minimum wage jobs to pay rent.
okay. So the very people who lived there, who, I mean, who knew that, and they knew that they couldn't deal with that, then why
You
would they
don't
live
know
there?
that. You don't just what baby in the world knows not to steal just by
Well,
natural habit? None.
well,
You
well,
don't
well,
know
s-
that. You
well,
don't
well,
know
well,
that unless you're taught that. Unless you go and you look that up. You don't know that. These
but
people don't know that.
but sir, are you trying to tell me that every single job that every single job that produces a wage pays the same wage? Or
No,
or
but
or
I'm
or,
definitely
or
saying 725 is not enough to live when you got a $2,500 rent bill. When you got a phone bill, you need a phone. You got life insurance, health insurance, car insurance. You making
Mhm.
775. How you paying all them bills? Well, you're gonna go without on one of them. You got a car note too. You got to get
Right.
around, right? There's certain assets that you need to survive. And if you don't have those assets, it makes it that much harder to survive. You don't
S-
have a car, where are you going?
if you live in Philadelphia, you can always catch the bus.
You know how dangerous the bus
No,
is? See,
and
you don't you don't know
you can
you don't know the
always catch
first
the
thing
train.
that you're talking about. You know how dangerous the bus is? Go look up some videos. They shot a bus up with a shotgun. Go look up some videos about the shootings in Philly. It's not what you think it is, bro. Life is harder when you're piled on top of each other. When you're piled on top of each other, nobody can get a job because all these jobs are just they're getting robbed, they're getting hit, or the
That's
owners are
not true.
greedy and all this.
That
That's
is
true
not
in
true.
Philadelphia. That's pretty
That
true in Philadelphia. A lot of these
that
stores are getting robbed in Philadelphia. That's pretty true there. That's pretty true in Chicago too. It's shootings out the gas stations in Chicago, shootings out the Chinese stores in Philly, shootings all over the place. That's pretty true. When
well,
you live on top of each other, it makes it hard.
the reason why these places are being shot is because you have a bunch of angry blacks that are doing these shootings. Um, and they're coming from families in which they are not getting they're not getting what they need, and that's the reason why they're being angry and trying and making Philadelphia a dangerous city. Philadelphia doesn't have to be dangerous.
You right. It
Um,
wasn't dangerous
it
at one
it it
point.
it doesn't have to be dangerous. It's specific. It's the blacks that are making it dangerous. Mainly blacks that come from single mother families in which they have been emasculated to believe that they need to behave like women, and because of that, they have a irrational and a emotional mindset. They're quick to anger, and they tend to and whenever you're quick to anger, you always tend to do something irrational, that will be detrimental then to the community. But as far as working, um, last time I checked, most of these jobs now are paying about $13 an hour.
Not in Philly.
At Wawa is the minimum wage. I mean, well, I think the least amount that they're willing to pay you, or the least amount of wage that they're willing to pay you is about 13.50 an hour. So there's opportunities for people to work. The problem is blacks are most blacks are just lazy. They you a lot of blacks are not willing to put in the work. They want the money, they want the high end income without having to put in the time and effort in order to get what it is that they want. Everybody, the blacks with this mentality, they believe that everything should be handed to them, and that is detrimental. That will never ever advance anywhere. You have to be able to work hard, and if you work hard, then you'll be able to then reap the benefits, and you'll be able to get the things that you will want to have. If 7.75 is a bad wage, what's stopping you from from then for them working harder so that you can be able to get a better wage? What's stopping you from going to school and obtaining a degree in a field that is high in demand, in which you can be paid well above the minimum wage so that you don't have to live within the minimum wage.
All right. Let
Uh,
me ask you this.
but but
How
but
much
but
is
but but but
thirteen
but
fifty a
but
week?
just
How
I mean
much is 1350 a week?
but just answer that for me. Like what is stopping people from from getting the opportunity to obtaining a higher wage? No one says that you have to work
And where's
at the
that?
minimum wage.
If you're a felon, right? You're barred from certain things, right? Can't go to college unless you got money, correct? So
Well,
what
well,
what says that you're not a
you
11, 12-year-old kid and
Mhm,
you're just young, you don't know anything, you do something, you get in trouble, you get on
mhm,
a record, they
mhm.
classify you as this, they classify you as that. They say when you move into adulthood, you'll be classified as a felon. You get no help. That's what
W
could stop them right there. You a felon. You can't do nothing. You can't even vote if you're a felon. You can't go outside the country. Typically, felons are watched all the time. That's what's stopping them. People don't just have like people don't just grow up in like clean environments all the time. Sometimes people are just messed up in the head, and they've done stuff when they was kids, and it forced them to not be able to do certain stuff because they're not making the money they need to make to survive.
Well, well, if that's the case, right? Then they can always start a business. No one is stopping you from starting a business,
And what's the success
right?
rate on most businesses, on small businesses?
Yes.
Everybody
The
can't have a
rate.
business. Some
Well,
people got to be
well,
employees.
if you do something, I mean, if you get a business that is high in demand, what's stopping you from starting a landscaping business? People always need work on their lawn,
In the summer. In
right?
the summer.
Well,
And
right,
typically, how many I know out in Jersey, I see plenty of people riding up and down cutting grass. I see plenty of it. So it's not a in demand job. Everybody got they
well,
pick of who they want to cut their lawn.
well, or a painting business, or a cleaning business,
How much does
or
the
or,
average
or
painting go for? A cleaning business that
well,
might work, but I know people who got cleaning businesses and
uh-huh.
they ain't doing what you think they doing with it. It's only right now they trying to move into other fields. It's not that's not steady pay. None of that is steady pay. As a business owner, you taking a risk, and when you take that
Right.
risk, now you piling yourself into debt if that business fails. And most people don't have good ideas for businesses. Most people can't think outside the box when it comes to businesses. They think
Well,
real estate, crypto, they think a whole bunch of stuff, but they not thinking in the right areas. So you
well,
can't put that on people like that. Like
the thing is this: America is a land of opportunities. There's always going to be an opportunity for someone to be able to make a living. I will say that the vast majority of blacks that are given an opportunity, even without a criminal record, refuse to take it because they believe that it is beneath them. Well, if you believe that any job is beneath you, and if you don't come in to demonstrate that you can do the job and do the job well to the point where you can be able to advance yourself into a management position to where you can be able to manage the same people under the same I mean doing this under the same doing the same type of work that you're able to do, which would then give you a promotion, a much which will give you an equal amount of pay, then you have no one else to blame but yourself. See, this is the reason why I don't have sympathy for most blacks that are failing, because in the end, they made that choice. You can't tell me that you are an intelligent adult male or female, and yet you make choices that puts you behind the eight ball for yourself, and maybe even for the family that you have. In the end, it's your decision, and if you fail, you fail. The way I believe people will be able to make a difference is if we eliminate the welfare system. Because if we eliminate the welfare system, then people will start to grow up very quickly, and you won't be seeing all of the mistakes that you're seeing, especially from the blacks. 77% of black babies are born out of wedlock. You take the welfare system away, that drops drastically. Do you agree with that assessment?
yeah, I agree with that.
Right.
We should remove it because it's a third leg. I agree with that. Let
Right.
me ask you this though. What's your
Yes.
annual income on 1350 an hour? What's the annual income on that? What's your salary?
1350. If you're getting paid that if you're getting paid 1350 an hour, let's say you're doing it let's times it by, let's say you get paid 8 hours. So it's $108 a day. That's $108 a day. So you work 5 days. Times that by five. It's about $540. Let's say you get paid bi-weekly. Times that by two. It's about 1,080. Times that by 12. It's about $12,960.
All right,
and that's
so
and that's before taxes.
it's 28,080.
No,
I just looked it up. It's 28,080 a year, right? So if it's 28,080 a year, right? And you gotta pay, let's say ballpark, right? You got a kid, you gotta feed your kid, right? So
mhm.
$500 down the drain every week, right? You got the
Okay, okay. Hold on. Let me stop you right there.
go ahead.
Um, um, well, yeah. So how old would this person be? Because you don't necessarily
Could be
have to
any.
have
It could be a baby to a 25-year-old, 30-year-old. You got a kid. You got somebody you have to take care of. Okay,
okay,
we'll just put that out there, right? Five. You gotta eat. He gotta eat.
okay,
Okay, y'all gotta eat every day. Y'all
right.
can't starve. You're not gonna be able to get up to go to work tomorrow. Let's say rent is a ballpark $1,200 a month. You got 2 bedroom. That's generous. It ain't gonna be 1,200 for no 2 bedroom, right? So what's that? That's over 12 grand already gone down the drain in a year.
Well,
You
it,
down. Even if
well,
you get a second job, you down. No matter what,
well.
you down.
Okay. So what stop you from getting a roommate?
You got a kid. That's what
Well,
stopped you. You got a family with you. That's what stopped you. If you a
well,
single mother, you got a kid with you, you got no man in the house. That's what stopped you.
the thing is you're making such a major situation uh for a person
But this is a
that
situation.
that
This
that
is
that that,
reality.
that
Don't say
made
it's not. It's
but
reality.
but 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 the- but the thing is if they if that's their reality, then then they have to deal with that. All right.
So so you got so
People need to understand. People need to understand one thing, that your actions, all right, will always affect the way that you're able to live. And if you put yourself in a struggling situation, you have no one but yourself to blame. If you're telling me that you knew this ahead of time, and yet you put yourself in that predicament, and you have no one but yourself to blame,
but a lot of people don't know that.
clearly you're
If
not
you get
financially
pregnant,
able to then
if you're
take
not
care of
if,
a family
if you're
making
not
twenty five
hold
thousand
on,
dollars or 20,000 a year.
hold on. If you with somebody, right, and you a young kid, and you think you're gonna be with them for the rest of your life, right? Because young kids love hard, right? Teenagers love hard. When they fall in love with each other, they fall in love hard. Oh, we gonna run away, we gonna do this with each other, we gonna do that. So if you get pregnant as a young girl and you don't know that this you got no insight on it, you got no foresight,
Well,
right? So you don't
well,
know, you don't
well.
naturally know this stuff. You can't foresee this stuff. You might say, yeah, well, you should have paid attention to your mother, right? But this is a kid. We can't put that type of wisdom on kids.
Yes, we can.
On kids,
Uh,
you're
uh,
gonna
uh,
put
uh,
that on kids. That type of wisdom,
it's
and they got no
a six
guidance.
a 16-year-old is an adolescent.
Yeah, and you're gonna put
While they're
barely walking. They
but while
barely
they're
they ain't even live life yet.
while they're considered minors, they do have the mental capacity of an adult, so they know right from wrong. They are not babies.
Correct. So if they're against
They
abortion and
know.
they don't abort the baby, then what? They're against abortion, then what? Now they're a single mother because they didn't know this dude was a piece of shit.
Well, then she should have known that before she decided to open her legs, and
How you just gonna do
like
that?
a cheap slut, and allow another man to impregnate you out of wedlock, which is the main issue in the black community, knowing the fact that it would keep you um financially stunted.
But you don't know that. You're a kid. You don't know
No,
the
no,
concept of money.
what
What
they
15 year old? It
what
take
they
a
should
very
know that.
special 16, 15-year
But
old
they sh-
to know the
but
concept of money.
but
When
but
you was
L
16, did your parents give you money? Did you know the concept of blowing this $20? Did you have a second thought in your brain before you went and you, I don't know, bought a piece of candy out the store?
Yes. Yes, trust me. I
Valid.
knew the value of money, which is the reason why I never impregnated any woman out of wedlock at the age of 16.
I doubt it. I doubt that you probably just didn't have the chance as a man to impregnate a woman. That's probably all it was.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's probably what it was.
no, I knew.
You probably just never got with a female for
What
real like
the?
that when you was young. That's probably what it is. You don't know this stuff.
What
You not
the?
used to that type of stuff. You don't know that stuff. What you know
No,
about that?
no, but I knew that ahead of time.
But
I
these
knew that.
values that you saying that you know,
No,
these people don't know. These people in poverty don't
I
know. You got to put
L
your feet in
L
their
wait
shoes.
L hold on.
What's up? What's up?
L I knew at the age of 16 that I wasn't a father, and I didn't even want to put myself in that predicament to be a father. I wasn't mentally ready, and I definitely know I wasn't financially ready. I knew whatever amount of money that I was making at that time when I was working my summer job, not only will that be gone, but then I will have to depend on my parents to then take care of something that I should be taking care of as a man. Why would I want to financially handicap myself in that manner? You see, I knew that at 16. Why in the world would a 16-year-old girl not realize that by getting pregnant at 16 would then would then financially ruin her and
She's
make
a
her
child.
and make her dependent on people that really shouldn't be dependent on her very child that she
She is a
procreated out of wedlock.
child. That is the excuse. She is a child.
She
You
is not
don't
a
blame.
child.
She is a child. She's
She
16. She has
she's an
0 years
adolescent.
on this earth, basically. She has 0 years. You religious? Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am a Christian.
Okay, you know what the Bible says? When you die, you revert back to half of your age, correct?
Yes.
Okay, 16, half of that, 8 years old. That is a child. That's the wisdom that you should hold that person at.
Oh, listen. I don't think you grabbed. Well, I think you're grabbing the concept, but in the end, you want to blame a woman that chose to be a slut at 16.
I'm not blaming a
That
woman. You're blaming a woman. I'm saying that she doesn't possess the financial knowledge. Most 16-year-olds do not possess the financial knowledge to understand that a child will ruin them. No matter how much you tell them, a 16-year-old is going to do whatever a 16-year-old is going to do. You tell a 16-year-old don't masturbate and you're his parent or her parent, guess what's going to happen? You're going to walk in on it. Children
right.
don't understand that. That's why there are these young kids that shoot people, kill people, and don't even understand the concept of death itself. They
Well,
haven't
well,
even been around death like that.
yeah, well, yes, but that's the blacks that are doing this. Not
And it's
no
the whites. There are white kids out there that are shooting people up.
every other race understands that by by putting yourself in these positions, it doesn't benefit you. I mean, it doesn't
No,
benefit the
every
person at
race that
all.
hasn't been tampered with by the government, it's too much government in the black community. Every race that hasn't been tampered with by the government and had the father removed forcibly so that they could receive welfare,
But
those
but
are the
that
races that know that in America.
right,
Those are the races that typically have children that are well minded.
keep in mind, those blacks are dumb. I mean, if again, it just goes back to what I said before. Even if you had generations and generations of this, everybody can sense when something is good and when something is bad. So granted, I'm not blame like again, um, am I blaming the children for winding up in the projects? No, you have to blame their parents for that, right? But but e- but but it seems as if the blacks are the only race that engages in things that are more detrimental than any other race. No other race is on welfare more than the blacks. All right. No other race has more out of wedlock births than the blacks. No other race commits more abortions than black women. So it seems as if the issue is more of
The
black
Democratic
culture.
Party, not black culture, the Democratic Party. They should have been abolished in 1864 when they seceded to the Union. We should abolish them now. We should hold Biden and Kamala. We should hold them for treason. Simple as that. If
But
I'm called to
but
World War III, they gonna kill me if I get up and leave my post. They gonna
but
consider
but
it treason.
but L, we all know that the blacks are not going to do that because 90% of the blacks vote for the Democratic Party. So the blacks, see, it's going back to what I said before. Black people in general are stupid. I'm not saying that
I don't
you are
believe that, man.
stupid.
I'm not.
I
I'm
I
not
I
saying that
I
either,
don't
but I don't
I'm
agree with that because I know plenty of black kids that's in the hood that could have been very, very successful. The environment made them. The environment made them who they are.
but
You've never had somebody put a gun up to your head and tell you you're gonna stand out on this block and you're gonna sell drugs for me. You never had that happen to you.
no,
You never had
but
that happen.
no, and that will never happen to me because I had responsible parents that told me otherwise. They that
You're right, and you in a
that that
safe.
that that
You
that that,
think you in a
that told
safe
me
situation.
that but they told me that if I were to engage in anything like that, I will either wind up in jail or I will wind up dead. And so and when you hear that, and then when you see what's going on in the news, and then when you actually lived in the environment, with those deplorable, despicable blacks, you will see that what they're saying makes absolutely it makes sense. That if the parents, if my parents were to heed that warning, and yet I go out and I engage in that act, and then something happens to me, that I know that it's on me. All right. The issue in the black community is the fact that you blacks tend to follow everybody, but the main source that kept the blacks afloat, and that is God.
I'm a Muslim. I follow God. What are you talking about? You keep saying you
Well,
blacks. I'm a
but
Muslim,
right,
bro.
but right,
I
I'm
follow
not.
God.
Well,
I've never
I'm
killed
not.
nobody.
Right,
I'm
right,
not.
right, but right, but you're making, wait, you're making this about you. I'm not. I'm not
You're
speaking
saying
about
you
you.
black. So
I'm saying blacks. I'm saying
you're
blacks
saying
in general.
black people that don't be
Right.
saying you blacks. You
Well,
categorize me as if I'm
well,
evil or something, and that's wrong because you the same exact skin tone.
right,
Look
right,
in the
right,
mirror, like you the
right,
same
right,
exact skin tone.
right. But I'm not into my blackness. Like I'm not into the black thing.
You dark
I
as
don't.
fuck. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You
I
dark
am.
as shit.
I am as dark as coffee. I am as dark as midnight. Amazing.
Yeah, so like that's crazy to me that you say that. Like, cool, be
And why not?
yourself, but don't be like that's the problem, bro. That's the problem in the black community. That's why y'all fight so much. See, because you say this, right?
I'm not fighting with the blacks. I
But
know
hold
better.
up, but it
I
don't
I
even
know better than to fight with the blacks. But
it don't
I
even
do
matter,
that,
bro.
I will walk away from them because
You don't think it's not walking away from everybody because you're not gonna walk away from a gun. If somebody who's close to somebody, if you say something and somebody close to somebody and they see that, no matter where you are in the world, you're no longer safe. You no longer safe. You can hide in your apartment, but the moment you come out, people might be looking for you.
well, the
So
truth.
I would say I would
Well,
argue that oh go ahead.
no, you know I know how emotional and angry the blacks can get. Before that would even happen, um, I would easily de-escalate the situation by just walking away, because we all know that black men behave just like black women, and they are overly emotional and are very quick to anger. Black men are very triggered by words, because they're beta males. Because they're betas, um, I know how to tread lightly. When I hear that one of the blacks are getting ready, or raising their voice, and it looks like they're getting ready to be verbally aggressive. At that point, then that's when I'll either change the subject, or I will remove myself from this situation because we all know how violent black men are.
Okay, and what if it's no walking away from the situation? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
What
of
if
course.
it's no voice? What if it's not? They just catch you. You in the supermarket, you shopping, you getting groceries, whatever you're doing, trying to go
Mhm.
home. You know what I mean? Long day at work,
Yes.
whatever. They just catch you.
Well,
They just find you out there. They see you. You bare face on YouTube, bro. Your
uh,
face is plastered on YouTube, bro.
yes, yes, yes. Isn't that amazing?
You on a VPN? Because if you're not protected. People know where you at. People can already know where you at. You're not on a
Well,
VPN. There's no escalation. There's no de-escalation. You just another person on the news. That's all it is. That's how they're gonna see it. Because you
well,
decided to say something that they deemed disrespectful.
and so what does that say about the blacks then?
Say don't be disrespectful. Be respectful. That's the
No, no,
problem. That's why
no,
I'm saying
no,
you're the
no,
problem, bro.
no, no,
Be
no, no,
respectful.
no, 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 no. What that says about the blacks is that they're living by those very stereotypes that they are being um that they are being criticized for because it's abnormal to get angry over words, especially words that are truthful. Now, it's not my fault nor my problem to worry about how people take my words, but I will always tell the truth. And that's because I love the blacks so much that I'm willing to tell them the truth, even if it hurts their feelings. But the truth needs to be told because people need to understand why they are failing. And once they understand why they are failing, then that's when the society, especially the black society as a whole, can be able to succeed. And then you won't see so many angry blacks going around doing things that once again are counterintuitive to their society. I mean, I never really said anything wrong. I don't feel like that I said any that I made any scathing remarks. All I'm saying is whenever whenever these type of incidents happen, why is it that most blacks tend to pretend as if it's not a major issue? People say the same thing over and over and over again. Prayers up, prayers up. Black people, we need to do better. We need to do better. I mean, I could say the same thing. We know in reality that nothing is going to change, and that you're going to yet hear another black on black homicide again. So is everybody supposed to just turn a blind eye and just pretend as if this is not a major epidemic within the society?
Nah, but what you do, you don't turn a blind eye to it, but you don't go up under a dead man's news. This is his news documentary, basically. Why would you go up there and just be disrespectful, blatantly disrespectful? That doesn't make
But but
sense to me.
tell me what I said for verbatim because
I'm finding it right now. Oh, it say right here by John's boy. I think this is the one. Yeah, you was under this one. Say, I don't think we lost anything. Leaves a daughter, never married the baby mama, played ping pong, but not good enough to for the team. He went to church and walked on water. That's what he said. And your response was, you
right.
can't make an argument on the minority population when it doesn't work. Blah 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 blah. So
Right.
you responded
No,
up under that comment. It looks like
what was
you agreeing with him.
wait a minute,
Nothing lost.
what's the blah blah blah? Because clearly, I
Nah, it's
didn't,
just you saying that. It's just because Paul said, "What does him never being
but
married
L
have
L
anything to?"
wait
Hold on. I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain.
wait. No, hold on, because you said that I made a disrespectful comment. So tell me which disrespectful comment did I make?
That is disrespectful. You
No,
agreeing
no,
with him?
but tell
His comment is innately disrespectful. We didn't lose
okay,
anything, right? That's a
but he
disrespectful
made the
comment. Would
comment.
you agree? All right, he made the
But
comment,
he made the
and you
comment.
went up under there and you commented under that. Now he's not on. I would debate him. I'll debate anybody on this because I
Hmm.
personally don't agree with that. All blacks are dumb. Not everybody is dumb. I don't agree with that. But if he had a live up I would personally go under his live and do the exact same thing that I'm doing with you. Because I'm
Right.
just trying to pick your brain. It's no hatred. I'm just trying to pick your brain. Like, why are you agreeing with him? Like, you should have seen that and been like, man, that's disrespectful. Let me just stick to whatever this was. You feel me? That's what that would have been.
But okay, but the thing is that is that I think I made a response, not necessarily to not necessarily to that comment,
No,
but
you
I
made
think
it to the other one because the bull
right,
was
right,
trying to
to
tell
another
him
comment.
why
Hmm.
does it matter if he was married? The bull was a good person. The bull, they not chalking that up. The bull was a good person. The bull, the four bulls that got hit, they was all good people.
What but you don't know them, and so you don't know whether or not whether or not they were just innocent bystanders, or whether or not they were involved in street politics.
For a
But
fact, I know
it
they was good people. For a fact, I
but
know they was good people.
how do you know that?
I'm not gonna get all into that, but for a fact, I know that they was good people. I know that for a fact. They wasn't doing that. That boy was an
How do
athlete.
you
That
know
boy
that
wasn't
though?
a gang bang. Look at the video. The boy was an athlete. He wasn't no gang bang. You
That
know,
but that
it'd
doesn't
be
that but
different. It'd be
that doesn't
different
mean
if
anything.
it'd be different if we found a social media profile and it's just pictures of him showing guns and throwing up gang signs. That's different.
Well, I
Would
mean,
you would you not say somebody who lives that lifestyle will project that lifestyle because they're trying to live up to a certain status? They want people to see them as somebody.
mm,
King
well,
Von. Anybody from
who was King Von?
King Von is a rapper from Chicago. He got killed in 2020. He was
Oh,
known for killing people. That's what
King,
he was known for. He was rapping about it. He was the one that got all the young bulls like on some let's go kill
yeah,
something. That's who
okay.
King Von is. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Now
yeah,
typically the news will show those pictures. If they find those pictures of somebody holding up guns, throwing up gang signs, they'll show those pictures on the news.
right, right,
So they clear the they clear the air on that. Like, oh, he was in something that was gang related. But I'm telling you right now,
okay.
that boy was an athlete. I'm telling you, he wasn't on nothing. It's just like back in 2020,
Well,
they killed the working bull. He walked up in the laundry room and they shot him to death.
amazing.
He didn't do nothing.
Well,
They shot him to death for no reason. So
amazing.
like you can't just be like going up on people's comments and just be saying stuff, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's weird. I'm not gonna use all that. That's just crazy to me that people don't know the situation. They have a little bit of evidence and they take it a mile. Like it's
Well,
people hurt behind this. Like it's real life people. Like no matter what you got to say about emotion, it's human. That's one of the number one things Christianity will teach you. One of the number one things Islam will teach you. Emotion is human. To have emotion is human, right?
but
You
but
should
but
be stoic in your own regard, and you should be able to hold it together to an extent. But emotion is still human.
in the end, in the end, um, this type of thing will continue to happen until blacks in in large numbers start to have real conversations as to why this is happening. Because I know why this is happening, and as a matter of fact, I'm looking on working on a book, to to write as far as why this is going on. I know why this is happening, and all of this can easily be rectified, easily,
Yeah, it can stop
if
voting too.
blacks will focus on the right thing. The problem is the blacks focus on social justice, and not real solutions.
Correct.
And
They
part
focus on the
of
little stuff.
right, and part of black people becoming a great community again, a community that will be respected, is for blacks to actually take a look at themselves in the mirror and look at all of the self-inflicted wounds that they are putting upon themselves. Maybe blacks need to stop glorifying the very things that are rotting their culture. maybe blacks need to start focusing on actually creating families and not a bunch of individual bastard children that are the byproduct of the chaos that you see not just in Philadelphia, because you are right, this is not just occurring. I don't know, did you mention that this is not that this
Yeah,
type of violence, it's
it's
not
not
just
just
occurring in
Philly.
Philadelphia?
It's across the states, from
Right.
east to west, from Jersey to Cali. That's what it is.
Right. So if we were to have real, I mean, so if blacks and I'm speaking about the vast majority of blacks, all right? Including the black liberated people, the people that are pro black, because this issue is a non-issue for them. They never ever want to speak on this issue. All right. If everybody were to actually have a real conversation as of why, and then come up with real solutions, because I already know what needs to be done, and I'm sure you know what needs to be done. But me and you are just two people out of how many blacks in this country?
40 million,
Right.
43.
Right. What if we were to get half of the blacks in this country to start to buy into real solutions, family, religion, and not just a family, having a responsible family, having a family when you know you are financially and emotionally, mentally ready to have a family. All right, raising your kids on God. You wouldn't
That'd be a
see
good. That'd probably be good for the
right.
community as a whole. What's detrimental to the community is detrimental to the individual. So obviously, Allah is He's all that is good. So
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Well, you know what? Then at least we can agree to that. But I think the comments that you saw me that you see me writing. You know, I know a lot of people may take those comments out of context and think that I don't have any sympathy for the victims. Nobody really deserves to be shot. Nobody deserves to be killed. With that being said, um, why is this happening? And the one thing that you don't really hear anyone saying is, well, why? Why is this happening? And how can we put a stop to it rather than just saying prayers, prayers, prayers? Yes, prayers is an amazing thing, but prayers without work is dead. You can pray all you want to. The same result will occur tonight, tomorrow night, the night after, and the night after. And trust me, I am not the one to want to bear that on anyone. Um, so you know, but that's my take on that. Are you going to tune into my channel?
yeah, I could do that for you.
Okay, all right, all right.
But you got to chill on this. You black stuff. You part of us, bro. You gotta understand that. Even though
I'm
it
not
might be
I'm not a
resentment,
part, sir.
even
I,
though
I
in the
I am not a
community,
part of this madness, and are you a part of this madness either? Like, were you
I'm
ever,
black. Those are my brothers. Those are my brothers and sisters.
sir?
You can roll
You
your
are not
eyes, but that's the
related to
truth.
them. We are
You are.
individuals.
Scientifically, I pull it up on Google right now. Scientifically, you are. You literally are. This is why they can inseminate
Amazing,
women with another man's semen and it's still yours. You are. They just restructure the DNA. That's all they do. You are literally connected to me. As much as you don't want to believe it, you are literally connected to me. Like, no matter how far down the family tree, we just distant cousins. And Adam and Eve, that's where we came from. If you don't believe in that, you can't call yourself a Christian.
Listen. Well, I do. I do believe that we are made in God's. We are made in God's image. Yes, we are God's children until we are not.
Let me get
I,
this also off the board. I think white people are my brothers too. I think Asian people are my brothers and sisters. I think Hispanics are my brothers and sisters. Everybody on earth is my brother and sister. That's what I think.
amazing.
So you are literally my brother. That's why it's no hate towards you. Because
No,
if I
no.
if I really wanted to, I could have came on this drawing saying all types of stuff. You know what I
Right.
mean? But I'm not. I just want to see where your head at. Because I
Okay.
seen some other comments that was in there. It was like, yo, like this is death. Like you grasp the reality of this.
Yeah. Look. Let's listen. I understand. I understand the significance of this. Trust me. Trust me. I do. And of course, I don't want people to get the wrong impression that I'm glorifying death. Why would anyone in their right mind want to glorify death at all? But but like I said before, and I stand by what I say. It seems as if people care more about wanting to, and the Greek, and seem as if people want to sweep this under the rug and just try to de- depart. I mean, um they want to decompress um blacks killing each other and trying to make it look as if it's a normal thing, as opposed to addressing it and addressing it in numbers. That's what I would really want to see. And again, until that happens, this will happen again.
You're right. It will. It's not
You
gonna
you you
stop
you
the
you know you know
war.
you know it, and I know it. There's not enough stop the violence and increase the peace. Black people, stop killing each other. Black people, you can do better, and so on and so on. There's not enough of self affirmations going on that's going to stop a black person from wanting to kill another black person. That's the issue that we need to address, and that's the issue that seriously needs to be brought up. The same way that these so-called Civil Rights Act leaders will want to bring up social injustices with whites. Well, I mean, as far as whites committing that on blacks, have that same energy. You notice that whenever black on black homicides occur. Oh, and I think you mentioned that because you said that you don't support Black Lives Matter, but they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah, you're right.
You
The
know.
money lead back to George Soros. But if you take a look at this link, it's from TED Talk, and they
Hmm.
tell you we are all related. Math shows you. It says it right here. It says basic math tells us that all humans share ancestors. Really are all descended from one mother. We all come from one mother. We just distant cousins. That's all we are.
Well. Yes, and I support you. I love I love all people. I love you. I love all the people who support me, and even the ones that do not support me, even the ones that hate me. I still have love for them.
I ain't going that far because I don't know you in person. I don't hate nobody. Hate
Well,
is a strong
but but
word.
but
You
but
gotta
do
let
you
somebody live in your head to hate them.
but do you have to know the person in order to love them? You don't have to know the person in order
No,
to
you
love
don't. Definitely not.
them. No. I don't know you. I don't know you from another room.
Yeah,
And I love you, and I wish you the best, and I wish you a good life,
it's right
and
back at
and
you.
and and many successes. So
Same to you. I hope the YouTube stuff work out for you.
amazing. I appreciate that, sir. Well, I mean, then we can I guess we can end it on this note. I appreciate you for tuning into the show. All right,
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
amazing.
One day
Have
I'm gonna get you to stop saying that goofy stuff though. You blacks. I'm gonna get you to stop saying that. You
I
gotta be in the middle, bro. You can't be too
I
far
I
right
I
and
I
too far left, bro.
I
Because
I, I,
neither party is good for real.
I'll tell you what. When I start to see at least half of the blacks actually coming around and coming around for the right in the right way and for the right purpose, then you have my word. I personally will stop saying um you, you blacks, but I have to see a significant turn. I have to start seeing we have to start seeing a significant change. I'm still skeptical. I'm still I'm still holding out hope that black people in general will start to become the model citizens that they were once known for prior to the Civil Rights Act being signed. I still believe that can happen because I actually see some blacks actually turning around and waking up and black people that used to be a part of the Democratic Party, realizing that the Democratic Party is not doing anything for them, and they do realize that that they want to be able to be successful on their own, and they're doing it. They're no longer believing the lies that was once told to them by these very people. So hopefully that will be a continuing trend.
Last thing I gotta say, man, you just gotta start somewhere, and the best place to start is with yourself. So don't be excluding yourself from the human population. You can't get rid of your skin tone, right? You can't Michael Jackson it. You know what I mean?
No,
You don't got the money for that.
I mean, obviously, I know that I'm black, but I also know that I'm not going to ever be defined by the color of my skin, but by the character of the person. I will never ever be defined by the color of my skin, but by the character of my being.
Content of your character. Shit, you can hear me? Yeah, all right.
Yes. Mhm.
Content of your character. I have a dream.
Yes.
One day, black kids will not be judged, or not black kids, but he said all people will not be judged by the content of, or the color of their skin, but the content of their character.
Right. And that's happening, and that's happening to today. That's happening
Yeah,
to that's definitely happening today. So um our battle is not a physical one but a spiritual one, and if we can get that in order, then we will be great people. That's what I would want. you know Amazing show. Thank you very much, L. Is that what you would like me to refer you as, L?
yeah, yeah. You can just call me L. Yeah, no
L,
problem,
okay.
man.
Okay, sir. I appreciate you for joining the show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for
Eh,
having me.
no problem. Um, and guys, um, sorry. And so, guys, thank you so much for the ones that actually tune in to the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys next week. So what I'll do is initially the very topic that I was going to speak about, I'll speak about it next week. I didn't plan on going this long with L, but he was a gracious host. He wanted to clear some things up, and I was glad to clear it up for him. So yes, he is right. We are all one, and we need to start acting like we are one. Amazing. So until then, this is the conservative. I'm signing out. Have a blessed day, guys. Amazing. Oh, 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 and guys. Um. Oh, and by the way, I have a special treat for you guys. Uh, on Thursday. So look out for the live stream on Thursday.